I'd like to do another video on the notion of shame. And because it's funny, for the people who I mentor, a lot of times, they feel ashamed if the stuff I ask them to do, it doesn't look hard, but because we have so much resistance to success, because of our patterns, our survival patterns, it can be difficult. Some things are hard because, like, I can't lift like 400 pounds on my head. But the kind of thing I'm asking people to do is just hold on to an idea. Like, can you sustain a commitment first in the idea form, and then can you convert that energy into actual action in a reliable way that produces results in the real world? So that's hard too. That's almost like a kind of weightlifting. It's more like an exploration. So what is shame? Shame it's a kind of a protection measure. It's very difficult sometimes for my students I say, look, I'm not here judging you that way. I'm here to help you succeed. So when you come to me and say, oh, I don't want you to get the impression that I'm a bad person because I failed at this exercise. And I don't design my exercises, with the purpose of causing you to fail. They're more like an exploration. It's like I never know with the people I work with what's going to be their sticking point, what's going to be the part of their internal gears that are self-limiting. But so shame is a way of kind of hiding from ourselves and just being okay. So it's an unloving feeling. And where do those unloving feelings come from? Well, it's very simple. It's a survival mechanism. So let's say you're a little kid and you've learned how to walk and you live on a street where there's cars, and suddenly, all of our behavior is learned, and you decide, well, I'm walking and I'm going to walk into the street. And your mom or dad shouts at you, and they're going to probably run over and grab you and maybe even give you a spanking. Now, they're not doing that because they don't, they're doing it because they love you. But in our little 2-year-old mind, suddenly we get this new idea has been planted that I don't know how to be safe. I don't know how to take care of myself. And safety, the drive to being safe, is one of the most important human drives. It's very, that's a kind of the operating system. And you don't want to defeat that. People who do more daring things tend to just have a good relationship to the notion of fear and safety. But, these things, these ideas are implanted in our subconscious and the emotion. Imagine you got a nice spanking, it hurts. And that's going to really give you a strong, now you've got this behavior built in. Don't run into the road, that was the goal. That's why your mom or dad, admonished you or even spanked you. So now you're older, and yet that same idea, I'm not safe, or I don't know how to be safe. I don't know how to do the right thing. And then when we fail, if you see me as a father figure, you're not looking at me the right way. I don't want to be your father. I'm not trying to tell you what to do and beat you. I'm trying to guide you so that you'll be your own self-propelled leader, that you won't need me. So I'm a teacher. I'm not a father figure at all. And at the moment, I don't even have any staff or anybody that I'm going to try to control. So I'm not trying to control you at all. I'm trying to guide you to your power. So you look at that. So the students come in and says, oh, I don't want you to get a bad idea about me. And you can almost hear that kind of burning feeling. It's that same burning feeling of that spanking when they were going to run out on the road. So all you really have to do to clear up those feelings of shame is to really not try to avoid it and not try to explain it away. You just look at that feeling and you just give it love. Like, shame is something that, in a way, we all implanted in our system. Of course, our system, our survival system was, of course, ripe and designed to absorb those negative thoughts and feelings and to hold them for our safety. But now you're an adult. And if you're an adult and you want to go from being a normal adult into a leader, a big part of that is introspection. I don't know any leader that hasn't spent time examining how their gears work, how their internal gears work. So what do? You feel that burning shame as, oh, I said I was going to do it and I didn't. And you just look at that and imagine it's your friend and you say, I love you to that. And you just keep looking at it and enjoying the feeling. Normally we don't like that feeling of shame. It kind of burns, but it's not going to kill you to just look at it and not run away, not come up with some avoidance mechanism or to try to sort of talk it away by saying, oh, I'll try to do better next time or any of that stuff. If you're one of my students, don't do that. Just say, I love you to the shame. And, you can say, hey, I said I was going to do it and I didn't do it. And own that. It's like, I didn't do it. And now the goal is, well, okay, what do we need to change to be able to do it? Is it structural in the outer world? Or is it just giving love to this thing that is causing you to fail over and over again, your internal survival gears that were planted in you, for some other reason? So shame is, if you're an adult, experiencing shame when you don't succeed is not helping you have a better life. It's actually keeping you stuck in a kind of a failure loop. So I don't want to, this is not psychology. This is just basic, what would I call it? It's the basic understanding of how we work. When you understand how you work and you understand your survival mechanism and you can love that for keeping you safe and then also have some choice in the matter going forward, now you've got real power that very few people have in the world. And if you want that power, I'd love you to be one of my students. Talk to you later.